I hope everybody is good. The Nigerian president came out to claim that Nigeria is not safe. They are under attack of terrorists. Nigeria is being a haven for terrorists since generations, right? And he didn't do anything. But now because Trump wants to do mass deportation, so it's now coming out. What is he doing? He's doing a reverse psychology played in the name of democracy, because when he spread all this propaganda outside, the human right will tell the countries who are harboring Nigerians to keep them because it's not safe for them at home. Why now? He is a master manipulator. We know this, and all this is propaganda, and actually democracy is nothing but a scam. Nigerians are his responsibilities, okay? If you want a solution, then he will deal with people who knows how to deal with terrorism successfully. When you are sick, you go to where? To the doctor. Why is he doing propaganda, spreading all these things? Because he doesn't want to deal with his own people. But Nigerians is his responsibility, not the responsibility of the USA, nor UK, nor South Africa. These people should go home and see what they can do to fix everything in their country. They have the mineral resources, they can do it. Nobody has to suffer for a Nigeria.
Yeah, in Africa, we have terrorism challenges, insecurity challenges that are preventing farmers to even go to their farm, flooding, destroying crops. And we have problem of protectionism. We have problems.
The only way, my brothers and sisters in Africa, for us to be compatriots, we have to have one thing in common, and I hope you catch this: patriotism. Compatriots having patriotism as a value, as a guiding principle, having that in common. When I look at the Kenyans, brothers and sisters, many of them are on the right side of history, many of them are on the wrong side of history. Those that are on the right side of history do not have time to concern themselves with what South Africa and other countries is doing. They only have time to deal with what is before them. And therefore the devil does not have work for those hands because those hands are busy. But the contingent of Africans that have a lot of time on their hands, have a lot of opinions about what other people are doing in their countries. And the devil always has work for idle hands. These are the individuals that tend to flock into other people's countries and destroy entire communities, compromising the cultural identity and expression of the country that they are going in. The devil has work for idle hands, and the devil is one who devalues. And the sad part is, these runners who enter into these different countries, leaving pandemonium afoot in their own homes, find these young women who have not been taught what to look for in a man. And they end up choosing them as mates, doing their children a huge disservice, as if history is not going to record that such and so were the children of cowards. It's not about living and dying in one place. And I tell my children this all the time, beloved. that if the hope of South Africa should be crushed and South Africa enters a period of a Great Depression and it becomes hellish here, your ancestors are calling you to pick up where they left off. It is up to you to answer the call and be brave and stand up and be counted and be on the right side of history. Or you can follow the law of self-preservation, which is a carnal law, a law of the lower mind, and you can run and save yourself. But in the words of a wise man, for what doth it profit a man that he should save his life and lose his own soul? My children will then have the opportunity to choose between being a nation builder or a two-bit hustler. They can choose to be stateswomen or a domestic worker somewhere else. They could choose to be stateswomen or a two-bit hustler in somebody else's street. They can choose to be stateswomen, or they can go and start a church somewhere else. They can choose to be stateswomen, or they can choose to offer their minds and their skills and their labor in the markets somewhere else under the umbrella of cheap, expandable, and exploitable labor. For what? For money. Money has no intrinsic value. It's just paper and numbers on a screen. The gold under the soles of our feet, that has intrinsic value. That has a practical application. The diamonds, the copper, the cobalt, the cocoa, the oil. These materials that God gave the African man and the African woman so that he can forge a world for himself, for herself, and for those that come after them. So they have the opportunity to be about their assignment. Or they can take all their knowledge, they can take their voice, they can take their skills, and go give it away in another country for next to nothing. And cheapen the value, dent the value, devalue the value, devil the value of the African presence. Beloved, pandemonium provides opportunity because the one who creates order is special. And the one who runs is typical. I hope you understand me. When you leave a place better than when you found it. Your ancestors left us a world, and it was better than when they found it. And it is our job to do the same for those that come after us. And remember, compatriotism. If you and I are to be compatriots, then the spirit of patriotism has to rule the day. What we should have in common in order for us to become patriots is we have to be patriotic. And patriotism is not a swear word. With love.